What I did tonight, today, I hung out with Indonesian friends who I worked with. I mean, the company that I just quit last night. And tomorrow, I'm gonna go resign resignation paper. I'm gonna sign on it, put my signature, and fuck off. That's all I have to do for quitting this job. Yeah, even so, um, there was something left in my mind, and that was my friend, Indonesian guy named Rian, and he's been working for this company for half a year, and I don't feel like he gets good treatment by others. He's just doing others' errand, but they. Oh, what was that? Tango what? Yeah. Um. You know, they're supposed to use the carrot and the stick at the same time, but they just use stick, not carrot. So the fellas, worker fellas, only deal with, you know, sticks on him, and after work they just get off the work and never see him anymore. Yeah, obviously it is important for him to have free time after work, but sometimes they could just invite him over to their places. Like in Ulsan, there's so many tourist spots or like attractions that foreigners can enjoy, but they have never ever been trying to embrace him. They just they just wanted to tell him um to do their errand. They're fucking racist. There was no rewards, just only punishment and errand. I couldn't buy that, so that's why I hung out with him. I took him to Dewan Park and bought him a signature brass. We went to cafe and we had a lunch together. Like I treated him, I treated him to Korean food, bibimbap, and we talked about our future and the money we're dealing with. We're saving, how to invest in like stock, cryptocurrency, something like that, and about language, how to enhance language skill, language skill. Actually, my pronunciation is shit. Anyway, language skill, like how to improve English, how to improve Korean, something like that. So I would say he's trilingual, mm, but he's so underconfident because he must have affected. I mean, he must have been affected by his co-workers, because his co-workers just kept underwriting him. Mm-hmm. He speaks Indonesian, English, and Korean. He's trilingual, and he works very hard. And he's fucking just 20 years old in international age. So look how brave he is for coming to foreign country, for coming to, I mean, completely different sort of country, not like Malaysia or Singapore or Brunei, something. But he came over to Korea for his dream, chasing greatness. And it was so a shame that the only places he's been to in Korea was just workplace and his home. That was it. That was it. So that's why I wanted him to take his mind off it from this such a meaningful day. And then we headed out to Samsan just for him to see something different from the workplace and the heavy industries. Yeah, I hope he had a blast and he actually enjoyed it. Mhm. We visited upsquare as well, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, even for me, it was such a meaningful day. So, cause I don't know, but he just makes me feel like, I mean, he made me reflect on myself from him. So his Korean life, I mean, his Korean life is like my Australian life. When I first landed in Australia for 2 years ago, I didn't know anything, nothing, and people didn't know, and neither did I. And I was such an isolated working holiday maker. I'm still now, but anyway, it was more than that. I was more isolated, so it took me a long time to get a proper job, appropriate salary, and appropriate treatment as well. It took me about like 6 months to get a appropriate job, where education is, where treatment, good treatment is, and where people look after you. Hmm. So maybe that must have been why I reflected myself. Hmm. Let me see how to use this pattern. Reflect. I need some time to reflect on what happened. Yeah, I said, I mean, I reflected, I reflected on my life. I reflected on my life from him 2 years ago, since Australian life. So I wish he'll be fine. He'll be getting better paid. He'll be getting better paid. And no matter what, he never gets hurt. And you know what's furious is that he gets lower paid. He gets less paid than me, who just got into this company. That actually made my blood boil just because I'm Korean, I'm such a newbie, and he's been working for this company for 6 months, but there has been no any pay rise just to him. Other fellas, you know, which other fellas that they like their joining date predate, I mean post date. Post date. Post date. Yeah. I mean, his joining day. So, okay. His start date of the work predates others, but pays less than them. Pay is less than them, which is nonsense, eh? Anyway, I hope he'll be fine. That's what I want to say.